Alright guys, this is my follow-up video for CSPD Falcon Division incident. A lot has happened since then. I've gotten tremendous support from the community, as well as I've been in contact with quite a few people over this incident. One of those people being David from News Now Houston. He's really been helping me out. He actually just got me in contact with one of the local news stations around here that wants to do a story on it, possibly, so we'll see how that goes. This video will basically just be my visit to the CSPD Falcon Division for the second time. When I went to file my complaint, got to talk to the lady that was taking the calls while I was there, and I got to talk to the lieutenant, who was actually the on-duty lieutenant that the officers were talking to while I was involved with them. So he was the superior I was talking about in the video, that they were seeing what they needed to do. He actually told me that he didn't know that I identified myself, and that apparently they were just supposed to let me go. He didn't know that they threatened to arrest me if I didn't ID myself. Is basically what I got from that conversation. I'm not going to be including the whole conversation of me filing my complaint, just a couple little clips here and there of I guess some important parts of it. Anyway, I will be posting more videos in the very near future. I'm not letting up on CSPD. I'm not giving them any leeway. I'm going to make the message very clear that they need to follow the laws and not harass the citizens that pay their salary. So I will be doing more audits, so be looking out for those, and enjoy the video.
Fuck pigs with the passion for blasting when they didn't even put a brother through a proper pat down. How I know it's finna crack, it's been a matter of fact. Look at every citizen who wanna crack down.
Man, I wish I got that on camera. So I'm walking up to the police department, and this car driving on this side of the road looks at me and then just flips a bitch real quick, and like probably went like 60 down this road. This guy doesn't like me already. Hi. I'd like to file a complaint.
Okay. For what?
For police misconduct.
Okay. What's your name?
Why?
Well, I've been expecting you. Are you Terrence, or what's your name?
Terrell. Yeah, it's Terrell. Yeah.
Okay.
You guys getting some calls today?
Yeah, we got a few calls.
Yeah.
Have a seat.
All right. They're getting calls right now. Oh my gosh. They weren't part of the incident.
And what is your name, sir?
Thank you guys for all the support. I appreciate it.
Yes.
At some point, you put out like a call to have people call the station and flood the station with phone calls. I mean, you did result in some calls, disrupted a little bit of business today, but we managed to get them taken.
If they had really known the law like they were saying, they would know that public photography is constitutionally protected activity, you know, and it's not grounds for detainment. It's not grounds to have to show someone your ID, whether they consider it suspicious or not. You know, that's not my concern. They have 50 years of experience. Am I supposed to think that they've never done this to anyone else? You know, and it also seemed like, you know, he's trying to ask me to level with him. You know, he's asking me, can I please see your ID? If I had done something illegal, he would have arrested me. If I had to show him my ID, he would have arrested me for failure to provide ID. But instead, they keep asking and they keep threatening me to tell me I need to give them my ID. They should have just arrested me. There are groups around the country, the First Amendment auditors. That's what they do. They go videotape public officials in the course of their duties and see how they respect their rights.
That's part of the reason you were detained. So we had, information that this group was supposed to be coming to town and disrupting public services.
Really?
And
Antifa, huh?
Antifa. Look it up for November 4th.
Yeah.
Once they arrived at a conclusion that they didn't have probable cause to believe a crime was committed, you were released. So
I believe they only
that's-
released me because I identified myself.
You did.
They told me that.
Did you identify yourself?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
They told me that they were
going
going to arrest me for disorderly conduct if I did not ID myself, and that I was going to remain in jail until I identified myself. If you didn't see that part of the video, I'm not sure if you did, but we talked for a good 4 or 5 minutes or something, and then he proceeded to take my phone for his safety. I have 2 police officers sitting here with guns, and they're afraid of my phone.
I can't tell you that phones, these days, guns are made phone size. And made to look like phones. For whatever that's worth to you.
It just kind of seemed like these officers didn't want to be recorded. They got told, 100 times that I was legally obligated to provide my identification, and they were trying to intimidate me into giving my ID when I was not required to. If I were required to, like I said, they could have arrested me for failure to ID if they really believed I had to. But the fact that they didn't arrest me for that, they didn't even mention that once, kind of leads me to believe that they knew I did not have to provide my ID, but they were still trying to intimidate me into giving them my ID.
What is your intent for doing what you're doing? Facility?
My whole point of doing this is police accountability, to make sure that law enforcement officers are actually following the laws that they're trying to enforce.
Sure. I want you to know, they were talking to me about this.
That's who who they were talking about?
Yes.
Or talking to? Okay.
I'm the one they were talking to inside
Okay.
the building.
Okay.
So Sergeant Pratt came in and briefed me on the whole content.
Okay.
What was going on. All right.
Okay. You guys are probably going to get a decent amount of calls on Monday.
I will make sure that that I let them know. It does make officers uneasy when, they're driving into a secure lot and they get somebody sitting there recording their vehicle and recording them as they're scanning into a secure lot. So you may not be able to understand that, but, officers are suspicious people by nature. Probably a couple of weeks ago, while I was working, I had the blinds closed because it was dark, somebody came and stole our flags.
What you could potentially look into doing is contacting the district attorney's office. They have what's called a neighborhood justice center.
Hey, miss. Can I ask you a question? How many calls have you guys gotten today?
To tell you the truth, I just came on at 2.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know how many we've received.
Oh, okay. Have you gotten a lot since you've been here, at least, or?
I've had, maybe about a handful.
Okay. I was just wondering. Thank you.
You're welcome. Take care of yourself, sir. Bye-bye. Yes, sir.
Was that about the photographer?
I'm sorry?
Was that about the photographer by chance?
Unfortunately, I can't tell you personally.
Okay.
The
That's fine.
department
That's fine.
information.
That's fine. That's fine.